There's never enough time in one's day. No matter, even when you're not working, it seems like you always got something to do. Welcome back, everybody. It is another Monday night stream at our regular time. What, you say? We had an earlier stream? Yeah, we did, but it was not about RCs. It was about, just me talking about things about life and showing you one of my favorite parks in Connecticut. This stream, however, is far, far, far different. It is 7 o'clock. Well, maybe slightly past. I'm running a little behind schedule, but there's always something going on. Someone's always doing something. How's your day? Doesn't seem many people are watching me right now, but that's okay. It is the typical type thing. And we will give them a couple minutes, see if people realize what time it is. But with the time change and everything is thrown off. My whole sleep schedule is a mess. Having some electrolytes, water, little flavor, and creatine. I am technically in a fasted state right now. None of this stuff will break my fasted state. And that will keep me hydrated and my taste buds occupied while I am on 24-hour fast probably. Actually longer, probably like 32 hours. I think the last time I ate was 11 o'clock last night. And we are trying to be the healthiest version of ourselves. That's basically it. That's all I can be. It's the only thing, you can't outrun yourself. You only can be as good as you can be. What are we looking at here? We are looking at from Rhino RC. This is my Rhino rig. It has not been driven in 2 years. This is probably my most capable rig. We have deluxe shocks on this thing. We have some J Concepts megalithic tires that are vented. I normally with carbon fiber rims. And Three Brothers products are in this. We'll take off the unicorn horn here. We'll set those to the side. April says hi from Texas. Hey April. I was in Texas like a week a week and a half ago now, probably. And you have a very lovely state. I actually really enjoyed myself in Texas. So I'm glad you were able to chime in and say hi. And yeah, you have the best barbecue. I couldn't stop raving about Texas. I didn't want to come back. I was like, oh man, just stay in Texas, sell everything, and not do anything. Hey, I'm in Tom Green country. Are you? Um, I don't know roughly in the state where that is. I do know that I was in several state parks. One of them being where the dunes were. I have video of that, and I was in Bob Bob. Damn, guys, I'm sorry. I'm literally doing today on 3 hours sleep. My brain is not working. But Bob State Park, a big lake place, awesome trails. I was there, and there was a couple other state parks. There was one other state park, Mineral Lake State Park. I was there. Slowly coming back to me. April, you saw my dragon egg. Nice, nice. I actually have three. I'll show you. Actually, let's take a time out from this. Sorry, RC guys, but gotta accommodate the lady. She says she's in West Texas near Alberto is where she is. Awesome. Maybe next year I will be in the area. Well, actually this year because I'm technically leaving again after Christmas. Well, that's the plan. We'll see what happens. Let me grab the dragon eggs for you. Let's see. We got a dragon egg. Got a dragon egg. Oh, I need another holder. We got dragon eggs. Wrong order. I realized that this one's supposed to be in the middle and this one's supposed to be here. That's how. Um, Voila! Look how quickly we switched. No, guys, for you RC people, we are going to get back to the truck. For April here, we are going to present the dragon eggs. Oh, you love them. So, yeah, thank you, thank you. I do Renaissance fairs. I built the Iron Throne, so obviously I'm doing Game of Thrones stuff. These were the original colors that were given to Daenerys when she was for wedding. You know, it was a gift. These are the three that her dragons hatched out of the and you got the red and black, which is like the most fierce dragons. They they don't you don't really tame them, and super powerful dragon. It's probably deeper than that, but that's what I can remember off my head. You got the cream and kind of goldish egg, which I forget what the dragon is, but I do know that the royalty, this is what they, if you were royal, this is the eggs that they generally gave them to, as a child, to sleep with until it hatched. And of course, you have the green egg. Let's see. April, I'm glad Texas treated you well. Yeah, I loved it. I really did. Uh, you love my eggs. Thank you, thank you, thank you. April, you found me when you first started playing your own Iron Throne build. Oh well, cool. I hope my video was helpful. I actually got to um, pull all those videos and put them into one giant video. I'm hoping that the information there was definitely very helpful for you. I literally am traveling around with mine. I have an event in a couple weeks. Well, yeah, a week and a half maybe. At a Comic Con with it, and then I will be at the Robin Hood Renaissance Fair here in Connecticut with it, and then once again I will probably be at the CTRF, Connecticut's big Renaissance Fair, in the fall. And then that's it for me for the season. I dress as the character. I play Damon, hence my hair color switch. April, it sure was good. Good. I tried to document as much as I could. It's not always easy building stuff and doing recordings at the same time. Especially when you start hitting problems and you have to think, and doing that on live is not always the easiest thing to do. April, awesome. Sounds amazing. Oh, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, these three. This was my original, and then this made it through a season, and this was using not so safe techniques. And so my problem was that children are taking pictures with these, so I needed to offer safe alternatives. So what you saw, yeah, the egg video where I am making things. I'm a special effects artist by trade, so making all this stuff for me is what I like to do. Really, like I build RC cars and do that, but I also like building props and things. That's what success. I'm very successful at. Naturally gifted at, I should say. So this is solid, this one. But this green one, this special green one here. Okay, I don't know if you can hear it. But anyhow, you can hear it. I can hear it. When you turn this, you feel the weight shift inside it, like it feels like there's a embryo in it. That's a special design just for that green one. Going forward, a lot of them will be designed that way. April, thanks for sharing. I'll be quiet now. You don't have to be quiet. Part of the fun of being on the stream is talking to you guys. Like I don't. It's not like that. It's you guys keep me going by talking to me. Like me just talking at a camera is not always the funnest thing. Um, yeah, Texas was really good. You guys have some great barbecue. You guys have. I can't. The weather was perfect. Everything was awesome. I gotta move these off to the side. Sorry about that. I was blocking the camera. This is I'm fasting right now, so this is all I can have. These are electrolytes and creatine mix. I'm out of creatine, but there we go. That April, Game of Thrones is your jam, and you get super excited. Oh, it's definitely my one of my jams too. A big, as you can see in the background here, the stormtrooper thing. Big Star Wars fan. I do Star Wars stuff too, and been a Star Wars fan my whole life. But my second franchise right now, like, is Game of Thrones. Like, right next to it. Actually, I kind of like Game of Thrones is doing everything right now, so I really like it probably more than I do Star Wars because they messed up, and I don't know if they're gonna actually fix it. So right now, Game of Thrones is firing on all eight cylinders and being awesome. I can't. So these eggs, guys, don't worry. We're gonna get to the RC stuff. Um, I'm working on the box. So I collect as a prop builder. You collect all sorts of things. I got these insulation panels. I gotta cut up. But this, it's kind of dirty. But this is gonna be housing the three eggs, and it's a perfect size. Now, originally I had this box for something else, but we're gonna repurpose it and we're gonna decorate it all up, and we're gonna do that on live camera, on live stream. Not tonight, but we are gonna work on this. We gotta stain it up and make it very Game of Thrones ish. I can't make it exact, but this will be the box that the eggs will be kept in. So, yeah, I appreciate the fact that you like the chair videos and you like my Game of Thrones stuff. I will have to. I'm building my tent. I'm building into like the throne room. Um, so like you walk in out of the fair. You know the fair is all canvas tents. You walk into a canvas tent, but when you're inside there, it's like being in the throne room. That's my goal. Uh, haven't gotten it quite there yet. It takes time, and but small steps. The end goal is you walk into the throne room and you see the chair. You have different things. You have the dragon eggs. You have the swords from the show. You have different things from the show. So it's sort of like a interactive museum type experience where you could touch stuff because museums you can't really touch stuff, but this would be kind of like a museum thing where you can touch stuff and come in. And all I ask for doing all this is a token of your appreciation when you come into my domain. As you can see, I greet you as Damon, and I'll crown you king or queen in the throne. I do the whole thing, acting and the whole thing. Just a token of your appreciation in my box, and you get and you give me hand me your phone. I'll take a picture of you sitting in the throne and holding one of the props and all this stuff. That's what I do. Um, That's my whole gig. But it's taking me time to get everything built and get stuff done, and it takes money. And right now, that's a little slow time of year for me, as far as cash flow. Ark Wolf. Oh man, it's April. My home in Google Maps is called the Iron Throne Room. Nice. And next project, the War Table, Dragonstone. Yeah, the War Table. I thought about that. That table's beautiful. Like, I've seen some people do a beautiful job building that thing. I don't know if I wanna go. I wanna take on that project. At least not yet. Like, maybe in a few years when the throw when see the goal is that I want to work Renaissance fairs full time. So if my exhibit takes off, I might be able to fund a project like that. But funding a project like that is hard. It's costly and it's time coming. And I'm only here. Well, I'm going to be going to Texas. I'm going to Texas for 10 weeks next time, and venturing further deeper into it um, would be correct. April, my daughter had a brilliant idea to create firelight, so we're gonna give it a hack. Yeah, yeah, go definitely. Like, part of everything I do is experimental. I tell people that, like, until I get the process down, it's completely experimental. Anything Murphy's law. I don't know if you know about Murphy, but Murphy's law. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. And absolutely does happen a lot. I have a lot of projects like you see the end result, but there's a lot of steps getting me there. A lot of problem solving, and sometimes you have to take 3 steps back to go a step forward. So yeah, but don't be afraid. Take on and be it'll be awesome. Definitely build it out. The whole thing is to build Wessex. Like, let's make it real as we can. I mean, I can't really bring dragons to life, really. Like, not living and breathing. I could probably make an animatronic, but that's lots of money. Too much money. And I'm one guy. I don't have a team of artists as of yet. That might be changing for me. I have I know another artist who's very talented, and well, obviously there's a lot of artists that are talented, but I personally know and I trust her, and we might I might tap onto bringing her in for some of these projects, because some of them I only have X amount of time. Oh, before we do this you might like. Let's see, April. I've learned to never leave problems for future me. Fix it as it happens. Yes, definitely fix it as it happens. If you see a problem, you know It might take a couple days for you to figure it out. You have to think about it for a bit, but you definitely can fix it. It's kind of like this. Here's something else that you might find interesting. Eye sculpt. Like, this is rough. This is not anywhere close to being complete. This is a dragon. If you didn't notice. Camaro boy, what's up? Glad to have you here. This is awesome. I got my crew here. I got this awesome young lady from Texas. Her name is April. She's in the chat and she loves Game of Thrones stuff, which is great. And we got all sorts of things. We got some RCs coming. We got an RC coming, and we just touching bases on the Game of Thrones stuff because being a gentleman, I gotta oblige the lady. So yeah, this I haven't worked on it in a couple days, but it will be. It'll be a lot more detailed. I probably have a good probably to finish this is probably over 100 hours of sculpt time. I'm not the fastest sculptor, but I am dang good. And that's not me patting myself on the back. I went to Tom Savini Special Effects School. Like, I graduated top of my class. I am very good. I'm a little rusty because I haven't sculpted in a long time, but I play in all mediums. So we are working on the dragon, on the dragon. Not tonight though. We're not working on the dragon tonight. April, you don't have to hush. She goes, I can't wait to see the final sculpt. I'll hush now. You don't have to hush. Talking is good. Ark Wolf, if I didn't give you a shout out, I did see you, and you said, "Oh man, what's up, brother? How's it going? How's it hanging?" And once again, Camaro Boy goes, "What's up, Mikey? Hey, I'm here kicking it." So let's switch over a little bit. Stressing. Oh man, you shouldn't be stressing, man. Deep breath. It's not rocket science. Everything will work out in the end. Half the things you worry about never come to fruition. So remember that. Like, don't stress about the small stuff. You'll get there, brother. I have faith in you. I mean, look at me. You know? Don't let the grays fool you. Actually, these aren't the real grays. This is me trying to become Targaryen, and I don't know, the hair kind of did its own thing. Let's go. That goes to show that you should probably go to a hairstylist and not try to bleach your own hair, right? A little bit of a drink, wet my throat. All right, without further ado, you all here, you know it's a Monday, and you know generally Mondays we have some kind of RC stuff. We have something, something, something. Well, some of you may know it, some of you may love it, and some of you may hate it. But without further ado, the Rhino. Check it all out. This is the Blue Rhino. This is probably the most capable rock crawler I own. And like I was saying before, we are backed up with some J Concepts megalithic tires. It has carbon fiber wheels. It has deluxe shocks. And three brothers. And it's dusty and dirty. Because, like I said before, I have not driven this truck in a very long time. Last time we went up a mountain with it. Oh, laptop, don't do that. We I am very cramped right now. I literally have eggs here, laptop here, camera here. They can stuff piled all over the place because I'm trying to get ready for my event and do everything else too. So, but check it, check it. This is the Rhino. This I did not build this. We are running a Savox digital servo. We are running, I think, a Killer Bee motor. I forgot what you call it, but yeah, my brain. I have only had 3 hours of sleep. You have to bear with me. We are also running Spectrum for the receiver because at the time that's all I had, and you know, 3 speed. It does have overdrive. I forget how much. I did not build it. I actually got it. I traded an SCX6 for this truck. I had two SCX6s at one point in time, and I knew what I was looking at when I saw this. This is literally a cliffhanger type rig. It has the ape hangers hanging down here. It has aluminum axles, which you seem to have been wear and teared. You know, all the weight is centered around the Ford. This thing will climb Mount Everest if you let it. Probably the best crawler I have as far as performance, not scale, performance. Um, RCs are another creative outlet for me. I do the videos, I do that. That's how we started this channel. We branched off from Roughneck RC to Roughneck Adventures with the channel. We still are Roughneck RC. That is my logo. It will not go anywhere. If I see anyone using it, I will sue the hell out of them. The aluminum drive shafts, it is what it is. But this thing, literally, full droop, boop, nice and plush suspension. It I knew when I saw it, like I was like, well, the shocks alone are this much money, and the rims and this. I knew kind of what I was looking at, so I didn't have a problem with trading. I was at a swap meet, and I had that for sale. He had this for sale. We just did a straight up trade. Plus, he gave me two batteries with it. So perfect. Um, I couldn't tell you. I know it's a Killer Bee motor, but revolver motor, I believe, where they're like open like that. So you can't get this. You can't take this in the water. This is a non-water amphibious vehicle. This is straight up just for performance, climbing on rocks. Um, but it's been up, sleeping giant, and does good. So for the young lady who's joining us and has followed along and has been a member of this channel for quite some time, back when I was building the Iron Throne. Um, RCs are a great way to get people together, families. I have a lot of small kids and mothers and fathers. They it's not just a man thing, and you don't have to start with something like this. This is super complicated. This is performance to the hilt. All this is good for really is just climbing rocks. So you can get something simple, and you get some batteries, you get a setup, and you get a group, and you could take your kids, and and your husband and you and go out and you're hiking mountains, but this is a fun way of keeping them interested in hiking and the great outdoors because you're all having fun just driving these little trucks out in the woods and you're following these trails. And Texas does have trails. I found some, and Texas does have rocks because I found some of those too. Like, it does become an expensive hobby, but you don't have to start out spending a fortune. And for people, that is the main purpose of Roughneck Adventures, in case you're wondering, is to get people outside enjoying life together and the great outdoors, away from the TVs and the cell phones in their faces and all the electronic bleepy bloppy blues. And I say that, but yet I run a YouTube channel. But at the same time, I say that because there's so many adventures and things you could do out there. I mean, if you've never been to a Renaissance fair and you love Game of Thrones stuff, you probably fit right in. I mean, it's fun. Like, go and enjoy. I mean, I know Texas has one of the biggest Renaissance fairs, I want to say in the world. I haven't been there myself, but I've been to Texas, but I haven't done that yet. But experience life, basically. That's the whole thing. Oh, you're an awesome woman, April. She goes, I have been looking to switch up hobbies since I flew around the track too hot and flipped my go-kart. You know, come on, guys. Guys, like, give her thumbs up. Give her props. This lady's out there racing. Racing. Like, go-karts and stuff. That's cool. Like, yeah. RCs look safer. Yes. Yes. RCs are safer. But if speed is your thing, we do have. Let's take old blue over here. I was gonna power up, but we'll move old blue. I don't know where I'm gonna put it. Didn't think that when I brought it down here. Throw it on the floor for now. I'll have to deal with it later. Let me show you. April, you're going to be 49 next month. You're too old to be flipping like that. Listen, I'm going to be 50 in May. So, I understand. I understand. The body doesn't, like, bounce back as quick as it used to. It takes a little bit to deal with the injuries and heal. But you're never too old to have a good time. And if speed is your thing, what I just brought out here might be more your style. This is a Corelli. They don't make the Python no more. This is a Corelli Python with a Spectrum motor and a matching Spectrum ESC. 6S rig. But you can get a buggy like this for outdoors. And these things, like the one I would recommend would be the Arma Typhon 6S. Because that buggy takes a beating and keeps on ticking. And that buggy will do 75 miles an hour. And with the right gear, you can even get it going faster. Granted, there's a lot to learn. But if speed is your thing, something like this would be more your thing. Or you could be like me and love crawling and being out on trails with everybody. But also enjoy the fast stuff still. So, like, we call it, if you're not racing, like, what you might want to get into. You might like the racing end of it. We do bashing with these, and we go to like BMX tracks and we launch them 30, 40 feet in the air and all sorts of things. And it's a good time if trails aren't your thing. Me, I like it all. So like I literally this is a buggy. But I also have a little tiny crawler like that. And you're never too old. And it's not just for men, it's for women, it's for kids, it's for everybody. Don't let that fool you. And heck, you're racing around in go-karts. Like that's awesome. If I had my cowboy hat, I would tip it to you, but I left that upstairs too because I was almost late to my own stream. So many things. So many things. A crawler like this that you can crawl around your house or indoor stuff, maybe a little light outdoor stuff. Um, this is this will run you $100. Something like this buggy will run you like 700, maybe less, depending on. There's always specials, depending on what you get. The another a trail crawler, which we will show you right now. Which is this Jeep right here. It's considered a scale trail rig. This this has all the lights, so you do night crawling. It has rock lights. It has headlights. It has tail lights. It has this big light. It sits up really nice. Hold on one second. Camaro boy, my life story, always late. Yeah, exactly. I was like, oh man, I gotta get down there. I I've been losing track of time left and right since I don't have my 9 to 5 anymore. So like literally all I do is I'm getting ready for fair and doing a bunch of other stuff. Um, so next minute I know the day's gone. But something like this will run you, I don't know, $499 on up. 499 probably. You could probably find also something like this for underneath that. This has all the lights and things, so this is a little bit more. And this is an Axial. This is an SCX 102. And I'm throwing a lot at you, April, but hey, you can always message me. You can always pick my brain if you want to seriously get into this hobby. And I'm always there for the community as much as I can be. There are times that I'm super busy, but I will try to make time for you no matter when and whenever I can. April, thanks so much. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for sticking with the channel. I mean, I know a lot of times it's not Games of Thrones stuff, but I do show a lot of different things. I show van life and everything else. So I'm glad you stuck around. You know, like I tell people, if you're not into RCs, just don't watch the RC stuff. Watch the other content. The channel does a variety of things, and a lot of it, 90% probably, is all to do with being outside and enjoying being away from the TV and stuff. It's one of those things. Like, the dragon egg stuff, the me showing, doing that stuff. I'm really like the community, the ones that have been with the channel for a while. I'm grateful because we are definitely pushing the content right now. I don't normally stream every day, and I normally don't stream twice a day, and this is my second stream today. April, I dabble all over YouTube. Things I never knew. I never knew. Yeah, there's lots of things on YouTube. I try to bring a variety for everyone, and like I tell everyone, hey, if you like what I do, subscribe, and if you like that particular video, give me a thumbs up because the song and dance. I don't control the algorithm, but I really need to get the viewing hours out, and all that stuff helps push the video out so more and more eyes get on it, more and more eyes people watch it, which brings me to the goal of monetizing the channel so I can bring you guys much more exciting things than and newer things and travel more and show you as much as I can. I mean, there's certain things I don't show you guys, but hey, you know, gotta have a personal life too away from the cameras. Any good actor knows that. And where I'm really front and center on being public, especially with the throne stuff, it helps to just draw that line. Be like, this is okay to show the world and talk to the world about, and this stuff stays away. I'm not perfect. I do slip up at times. Life has a way of becoming messy very quickly. But I do try to bounce back pretty quick. And yeah, I mean, so what is your interest? What do you like, April, for cars? Are you like a Dukes of Hazard type girl? Because you strike me as like a Dukes of Hazard type girl. General Lee, the fast stuff, sliding sideways, like. But I could be wrong. You might be the Fast and the Furious type girl, and you like tuners and things like that because they are drift cars. Drift cars aren't fast, really. They're actually really slow. They're actually slower than a crawler. But the capabilities of sliding something sideways and controlling it, that might be up your speed. For example, this, my friends, is a drift car. This is all-wheel drive drift car, but this is a drift car. You can get them rear-wheel drive if you're going to go drifting. If you're going to get into drifting, go rear-wheel drive. This is a really old drift car. This is out of date. This is literally they don't do this setup anymore. Like this is just ancient history. But this is a drift car. I have other drift cars, but they're in another area of the house, and I'm not about to go get them. But you can go drifting if that's your thing. The hobby of RC has something to offer everybody, no matter what your style and taste is. Or you, like me, just play with it all because it's all fun. And the best part is the community. You get a bunch of people together that that you like, and you have a good time and great laughs, and you play with these little tiny toy cars. And you're gonna learn a lot with this hobby. There's a lot to learn. So I don't want to scare you away with that. You will learn. But if you like to tinker and build stuff, this could be your next hobby. And I wouldn't, don't let people scare you away from it. Don't. You don't have to go. Well, I'll show you. Let's see. You do not have to go this crazy. You don't have to go that crazy. No, nope. Don't have to do it. You don't have to do it. I gotta plug this back in before it goes dead. Well, we'll plug it in later. Maybe it won't go dead. You don't have to do it. You don't have to go that crazy. I have a pretty diverse collection, and that's not all that I have for RCs. You don't have to go down the rabbit hole that big, that deep. You do have to look at videos and decide where you like to be at. April, I want to go fast. I'm all over the place. All right, speed is your thing. Then there's a million options for that. Well, maybe not a million, but there's a lot of options for that. The buggy I showed you, the buggy I recommend is Arma Typhon 6S, not a 3S. Get the 6S. You're going to spend a little bit more, but that's built tougher. It's faster. And then get the 6. Don't get a 3S lipo. Get a 6S lipo. Run it with the max. See what the max is. And, that will get you out there. And you can race that. Outside racing with jumps and everything, which probably is your style. And you can also bash with that. If you want to actually do indoor track racing, they have B5s. They have a different style buggy. I don't personally have any of those, but there's a different style buggy, but they're not as quick. I would go outside, go A scale, buggy racing, and start looking there. You'll be happy with the Typhon. You can't go wrong with that. That's the durability. That one's not a Typhon, but I have a Typhon elsewhere. I think out in my garage, and I've had that car for years, and I've put it through insane. Look, if you want, when you're on my channel, you just type in Typhon videos and stuff. You'll see. It's wicked fun, and you can go fast. Now, if you want to do speed runs, 100 plus miles an hour with these things, that means you have to have really smooth pavement to do that. There's vehicles out there that do that too. And Arma has one, Traxxas has one. I don't really tell people to get a Traxxas. I know Traxxas's headquarters is in Texas, but their electronics aren't the greatest, and they're okay. I mean, they do have the XO1, which does 100 plus miles an hour, but that's a strictly street car. And Arma has their version of a strictly street car, too. And I don't think that would be your style, though, because if you're stuck with just doing pavement, just racing on pavement and in parking lots and stuff, you're not going to have as much fun as you would with a buggy. But that would be something after. I mean, I have them both. They're both on my channel. Not the XO1, but a street buggy. And feel free to watch. Obviously, the content's there to watch anything or anybody else that might have talked about them. Because there's a lot of people out there that do a lot of different videos on these things. Just know that you're probably looking at between $600 $800 to $900, depending on which avenue you go, and you have to get batteries and all the outfits. So you're probably 6 to 900 depending on. But like anything, you're gonna have it, and once you have the charger and the batteries and stuff, you just kind of slowly build out from there. I have like 5 chargers. You just slowly end up getting more and more of this stuff. Obviously, I run a channel about it, so I have to have more than the usual. But yeah, if speed's your thing, they have something for you, girl. They definitely do. Well, told you guys today was going to be an RC day. We're knocking it out of the park with the RC stuff. And we have a decent audience tonight, which is nice. Let's see, everybody else has gone quiet on me. Camaro Boy's probably getting ready for dinner or work or something. And Ark Wolf, he's stressing. We tell him not to stress, but I'll have to reach out to him later on, see what's up. So, in case you didn't know, April, some of the crew inside the chat are actually people who go crawling with me in my home state. So, and they definitely have gone above and beyond to make sure that when I'm streaming, they pop in and say hi, tell me what's up, and help support my endeavors in making this channel successful. And know, like, a lot of them have been there for years with me, and know, like, that this doing the YouTube thing is not necessarily the easiest job. But we're giving it a valiant effort. We are pushing streams out almost every night. The only one that you really have to keep watch out for is Monday nights at 7. That time slot will generally stay the same unless I have a gig, an event that I'm working, or something that interferes with it, or some other aspect of my life. If I'm around, that's why it's set at 7. We're going to always have a stream on Mondays at 7. And if I don't, it's because something else got in the way. But we try. April, that sounds so fun. That's awesome to have a dependable squad. Yeah, exactly. My guys like fast stuff. They also like crawling. And we all do it all together. Like, we all go to parks. We go, like I said, the BMX race track, for them when they're not racing BMX bikes, those jumps are perfect for, like, Typhons and things like that. And we got some pretty big scale cars too. We have some fifth scale stuff we got some gasoline stuff. There's so much in the hobby that you can choose what you really want to do. And you really, for that first buy, I would say just find a couple cars that you like. You already know you want something fast, so that's part of it, figuring out exactly what you want. Watch a bunch of videos, not just my stuff. I mean, I've reviewed some stuff in the past. I had gotten away from doing reviews so much, but watch a bunch of videos and make your decision there because you are talking about hundreds of dollars to get into the hobby. But I'm sure go kart racing wasn't cheap. So, and I know you had to get your own helmet. That's probably a few $100. Like you probably had to have a special suit. I'm not, you know. And if you own your own go kart, I'm sure that was not inexpensive. So, but yeah, it is. It is having. It's part of this hobby is having a squad, and is the community. At least for me, some people like doing the lone wolf thing. I like the community. I like having my people, and we go out. Like I literally try in the summertime to go crawling, which is the slow crawling over rocks and stuff on the trails, the trail trucks. I try to go out at least once a month with the guys and girls and children, like the whole group. There's probably a good 10 of us strong. Some come when they can and others can't, and if they can't, it's not a big deal, but I let everyone know, hey, this is what's going on, and we go crawling and we have a good time. We pack a lunch, sit back and enjoy nature, enjoy the trails, on that end. And then the fast stuff, the bashing end, we do that too. So, and we have days that we go do that. We might that month go out and just do bashing stuff. I also do an RC picnic, which was a very successful thing last year. So I'm hoping we can redo that this year. RC picnic. We get together. We go to a state park. We bring food. We bring our toy trucks with the fast and slow stuff, and we set up jumps and we send them high in the air. We race them really fast straight. We have a good time. We laugh. We eat, and we spend a day just appreciating one another's company and the the hobby itself. April, my husband races too, and yeah, it's a crazy expensive expense. Yeah, but so fun. Yeah, but like you've learned, everything in life worth doing is going to cost you money. You know, it gets expensive. But heck, get your husband into doing RC racing. Like you guys might you like the racing already. You might like that. Like racing is such a different animal than what I generally do. I haven't really dove into it too deep. You got fifth scale gas racing. Fifth scales like big 100-pound cars that do 50 miles an hour that you pull start the engines and they have the whole thing. You might like that. Those are really expensive cars, but like, you can go to a track. You have to look and see what's in Texas. I don't know what's in Texas for that stuff, but they're two-stroke engines, so they're like you get that dirt bike sound and you can race them and jump them and everything else. They're not super super fast, but they're fast enough, and that's a lot of weight rolling. So you gotta know what you're doing. And there's the tuning and the aspects of that. And then there's the indoor racing and all sorts of tuning with that stuff. And weighing your tires and preheating your tires and all sorts of things that you can go down this rabbit hole of for racing. I personally never got into it. Um, I have way too much on my plate. Maybe in the future I might, but like with the fair stuff, with the building of stuff, I barely have time to get out once a month and actually enjoy the RC part of the hobby, uh, because fair season here is right through the summer. So the best times to RC here, because I'm in New England and we get snow and cold, is in the summer. It does make it a little harder for me to get out there, but yeah, check out all the videos. Definitely, maybe you and him could do it together. Maybe you can get your kids involved. I don't, like, it's a thing. And it's loads of fun. All of it. I used to do fifth scale stuff years ago. We used to have a fifth. It's a special track for fifth scales. You need a lot more room. I used to do. There was a hobby shop in Winston, Connecticut that did fifth scale racing, and I used to help there all the time. I was a marshal there. Marshal means you're out in the field, and when a car flips over, you have to run over, flip it back up, quickly start it up so the racer can go. And I did marshaling for a long time. I have videos of me marshaling. I have fifth scale racing. They're old videos. You're gonna have to dig. You're really gonna have to dig for them, but because that place has been out of business for a long time, that was the only fifth scale track in Connecticut, and they had people come from New York and everywhere else going to this thing. So it's it's a thing. You know, you pull up, you got your little tent thing, you got your tool thing, you know, you're getting wrenching on, and then your number's called, you go up and you get in the race, and you race, and you qualify, and it's just racing on a smaller scale, but it's racing, and it's fun. It, you know, but there's a lot that goes into it. Do your research is my best advice. Look into it, and let me know if you get one. Let me know if you actually take the dive into the hobby. And if you do, if there's anything I can help you with, I'll try. And if I don't know the answer, one of the guys in the community in the chat there might have the answer. I don't know it all. Like, it's impossible to know it all, but I know some things. This has been a great stream. I like this stream. Let's see. Do I have anything else to show you as far as? Well, we can bring old Blue back up here. My blue Rhino. We talked about it, but now because we're here sitting here talking, I literally want to wipe this body down because we I think I'm not 100% sure. I mean, the weather's still there's still snow on the ground here, which is killing me. But I do believe that that it's time to bring this truck back out. It's been 2 years. I think when you have so many RCs, you tend to, I don't want to say neglect, because it's not really neglecting. I never put away my RCs broken. They're always put away, generally running. That way I can grab them off the shelf and go. That's the hope. Things do happen. Things sometimes unexpectedly break. Kind of like the cords behind your TV get all knotted up. There's not gnomes. I'm sure there's like RC breaking gnomes, because I've had that happen in the past. Like, you put it away and it's perfectly working, and next minute it don't work, and you're like, why? Why isn't it working? And I'm just knocking off the dust off the body. That's all I'm doing. We're not doing a full clean or anything like that. But make it a little shinier for the camera. This crawler here, I have a hard time getting rid of any of my RCs. I really do. And I know I have to downsize. But it's awfully hard to pick and choose what stays in your stable, because I have a lot of custom builds. This, even though I didn't build it, this car performs absolutely beautifully. And I honestly wanted to become a deluxe driver, because there's team drivers and they were looking for new team drivers, and I wanted to become a deluxe driver. But this isn't 100. This is not 100% deluxe. So I would have to get a deluxe rig. I don't know, but you know, we we tend to. I had a video earlier saying how like how that we don't necessarily need the new shiny thing. That um, money isn't important. Time is the most valuable thing we have. I did this whole a video on that. I'm not gonna go into that video right here, but now's not the time for that video. That when I did that video was the time for that video. The point is, I have a lot of RC stuff. Some of it I'll never use again. Some of it I will. Some of it can go. Um, but we're not even talking that many because I have attachments to this because of what it's capable of doing. I have attachments to, well, Black Beauty. If you haven't seen Black Beauty, I have to show you guys Black Beauty. Some of you may know who Black Beauty is. Black Beauty is, well, beautiful. She squats like this on purpose. I designed it like that. First thing to go up over rocks is the front end. I wanted that higher. The thing that falls is your rear. You want that down to stay planted. She is a belly dragger. This truck was probably my first real custom. Like, I literally remounted the shocks. I drilled new holes into the frame. I literally changed things. I came up with this idea. Camaro Boy got me the motor print. The rear back. I had the body. This is a completely custom thing. It is literally you load the battery in the front here. Right in here, and it's backed up with a raw 500. I really like raw 500 servos, LP, low profile, and this is one of my few trucks that I will never sell. Won't do it. Can't do it. When you do a custom build, when you make something from your head, anything, it doesn't have to be RC. You grow a certain attachment to it, because you created it. This is Black Beauty. This is one of, let me see. Two. I think I did three. That one would be three completely custom trucks. I have an 18-wheeler up there. That's 100% custom. That took a long time to figure out and build. That's the Maximum Overdrive truck. That is tribute to that film. If you're an 80s child, you know. And Black Beauty here is one of my very much custom trucks. She's seen a little wear and tear. She's been up and over mountains. She crawls really, really good. Um, you know, she's on a SCX Pro frame, carbon fiber, with the XCX SCX Pro. I know they did away with it. Axial did away with it, but with the brass tubes for lowering the weight, because the body is hard and adds top weight. These are things you learn. You want your weight down low, so if you have some weight up top, you need to counter that. This is one of my few trucks that will never leave my collection, even if I was to say not do the RC stuff anymore. Like, this will always remain in my collection. I spent a lot of time, a lot of effort, especially with the flip nose, figuring all that out, and this was my plan, and I executed it, and it came to life, and it performed, and it's a well-known truck. Released around these parts. Black Beauty's a wonderful truck. It has a fusion motor in it. It has these are Amazon wheels. I don't really buy expensive rims. You don't need to. Uh, it has 3D printed inserts in the tires. I think these are the rupture tires, which were my original favorites. Now I really like the Megs. I think more. Either way, they're always changing tires, but the soft compound. I do like J Concept tires. I think they're great, and this is this is a thing. Um, you know, this is Black Beauty. For those of you who haven't been introduced to her, and she is completely custom and does what it's supposed to do. It crawls really well. Uh, not She's a trail truck. She can handle some really good rock. Trust me. She you throw it at her, she can handle it. But she's not no Blue Rhino. Blue Rhino is a completely different beast than this. This was a scale looking truck that performs excellent, but not like, here's your levels. So like the Blue Rhino's probably here, top one of the top notch. Much past that, you get into MOA stuff, which is motor on axle. So like your real good rock crawling performers, and I have a couple of those, not just the Blue Rhino. They're like right here. The capabilities of this truck is probably like right about here. Like, and for a scale looking truck to do all that, like, you can't ask for any much more. Um, Love this truck, and you know, will never part with it. Why don't I run it? Some people wondering why this doesn't show up on a lot of video feeds anymore. Well, first of all, for me, they did away with the Pro kit. But Axial, I think, kept the same transmission and stuff. But it's more of when I broke my flip nose at one point and I had to fix it. And then I redesigned where the battery went, how it went, because I had it a different way. Um, that's another thing. When you build RCs, they're never 100% complete. You're always tinkering. Always like, oh, I could do this better. And you get other ideas as they come, and then you change things up. The She does get run, and she does make camera view. She does get put on camera, but not that often. Uh, oh, she's a heavy truck. I mean, she's not my heaviest, but she's a pretty heavy, hefty duty truck. So, you know, it's. I don't really have a reason why I don't run it. I mean, except for time. When you have 25 RCs and 15 of that 25 are crawlers, you generally what ends up happening is your newest and greatest creation you always end up using. She's a few years old now, so she doesn't get the love and attention that she should probably get out on the trail. But maybe this year we bring her back. Uh, we are definitely going to be doing some crawling. How much of it depends on the weather and everything else that's going on. But so that's Black Beauty. All right. So here's another one for my friend April. She's still watching. The hobby is what you make of it. This is a Z. This is really hard to work on. But if you want a inexpensive way to, let's say, test the waters, um, you can get Z racing cars. Now they're fast for their size, but they're not like, 100-mile-an-hour cars or anything. And this would be an option to test the waters where you're not spending a bloody fortune. And if you're into crawling, you get one of these. So these are really inexpensive ways, but these are like indoor type cars. Like the SCX-30, which is this one, it can do outdoors. It does need a lot of things to be very successful outdoors. But primarily you will find these in a hobby shop that has a small rock crawling course inside. And the same thing goes with these little Z racers here. And I just now, this is me tipping my toe into racing. Remember I said I don't race. Is getting one of these. I just got this just a little while ago. I haven't gone racing with it yet. But, so, one of these, the SCX-30, for a little off-road, this is like $100. And then you can still upgrade this as much as you want, and it's inexpensive to do. One of these Micro Z things, this is probably more in the rounds. I mean, you can find them for less, but I'm going to say $150 to $200 range. And you get pretty much everything you need to just hit the ground and try racing. They run on AAA, so I would recommend, and that's one of the reasons I haven't done it yet, is like I have to get rechargeable AAAs to run this because they'll eat these batteries quick. But, so you have, we showed some 10 scale. I didn't show you any, I have a 5th scale, but it's upstairs. I'm not going up there and carrying it all the way down here. Not happening. That's the X-Max, but we showed you a couple different scales now, a couple different price points. We talked about what where you can, like, you literally can, and they make things smaller than these, believe it or not, but I don't even bother because this is hard enough to work on. But this is where we're at. So, affordability wise, you don't really have to spend $900 if you want to test the waters. That's what I call this, testing the waters. You get one of these for $100. You crawl inside. You can do some modifications if you want, and see if you like it. Because if you like doing this, you're gonna like the bigger stuff. And this, people look like they have a lot of fun racing these. I haven't experienced it yet. I can't speak on it. But once again, at a fraction of what it would cost for like a $900 100-mile-an-hour buggy or 75-mile-an-hour buggy, whatever, you now have what you need, and you can see if that's what you like. And if you like them both, then your chances are, if you like the small scale stuff, you're gonna love the big scale stuff. It's without a doubt, like, I started in 10th scale. I really like 10th scale. I really love 5th scale. And anything in between. And I love them all for different reasons. And I've driven this video, there's shorts on this, not a full-length video, but, and I'm looking forward to trying this on the track once I get what I need. So, there's something for everybody, and for different price points. You don't have to spend $1 million if you just want to try it. And that is where we're falling at tonight. And I hate to do it to you guys. It's been a wonderful night and a great stream. I've had 3 hours of sleep. And your boy here, yeah, I'm getting tired. My energy levels is dropping. So I want to bid you all a wonderful night. I want to thank you all for participating in the chat. It really is the part of live streaming I really look forward to, because it gives me something to feed off of. And look how much stuff we've covered, because we got to introduce options to our girl, April, who also loves Game of Thrones and also found some of the information that I give helpful for her own throne build, which is awesome. And hopefully she'll be joining us in the RC hobby, in the RC world eventually. And maybe she can twist her husband's arm to do it too. There's something in the hobby for everybody. If you like flying, you could do that too. Me and gravity, planes, that's what happens. But thank you all for supporting the channel, especially for those of you who have been here for years. We are trying to grow it. We're trying to get it better. It takes time, a lot of effort on my part, and all it takes for you guys to do is watch the videos, hit the subscribe button, and hit the like button. And I'll keep trying to bring you as much content as I can, whether it's RCs, dragon eggs, or anything else under the sun. It's all adventure. And like I always say, put down that remote, shut off that TV, and walk to the door. Turn that handle and step outside, because you never know what adventure awaits. And I'll see you around the globe. Now get out there, play hard, and play dirty. Love you all. God bless. See you next time.